Hey folks, Charlie Sims here. Welcome to my channel. Hope you're having a lovely day and thank you for joining me for a tiny house build. Today I am building a tiny Mediterranean home. This is inspired by a house I saw recently while I was visiting my mom in Spain, and it was really funky shaped, and I kept seeing it, so we ended up like stopping in the car, and I took some photos of it, and then I thought I'd try and recreate it in The Sims. And yeah, I thought it was really fun. It's got like a rooftop area that's accessible by stairs, and it's a tiny home, so it's got a lot of outdoor space as well, and I'm pretty sure I put a pool in because where my mom lives in southern Spain, the majority of the villas do have pools in, like regardless of the size, and they tend to have a lot of outside space. And of course this lot is huge, so yeah, we needed to like fill it out, so it's got like a really nice garden. If I recall, it's been a while since I actually made this, so my memory of it might be a little bit rusty, but if I do recall, the roofing was like quite difficult until I worked it out, and then it became really easy. I mean, it's always a little bit awkward with angles, but we make it work, and I think it ends up looking pretty cool. So this is like this is basically the rooftop space. That's what I was doing there. So, and I can't remember what I put down on there, maybe just loungers or possibly nothing. Not a lot of people do have anything on their rooftop terrace. It's more of like a lookout point, or I don't know, they don't really use it, I guess, like because it's so hot. Maybe I think they go like more shaded downstairs, but like you could certainly like put some things on the roof. If I don't, I can't recall, but I don't think I do end up putting anything on the roof. But yeah, and now I'm kind of making this covered outside seating space. So this was before we got rounded walls as well, because as I said, I built this quite a while ago. But yeah, I ended up adding like these bespoke pillars so that we could get it under the roof at an angle that I wanted to, because I find that we're a little bit limited when we use the pillars in like placement. We're a bit limited on the placement. So I ended up using these, and then I think I literally used some like wooden planks that I got out of the debug menu. But yeah, I think it looks pretty cool for the most part, but like here's like when I like kind of get the planks out and kind of make it look like it's actually a pillar that holds the roof up. And yeah, I think that actually ends up looking pretty good. And I think I do it to the other side as well. But yeah, so they've basically got brick pillars, and then I ended up putting like seating areas on like both sides of this, and that looks pretty cool. I also love this little roof piece, so I added that at the back, and now I'm just fencing in the whole house as well. In a few moments I'll be scooting the house to the right so that I can fit a pool on the side, and then at the back of the house I add a wedding arch and some seating so that your Sims can get married on their property. I do enjoy doing that when there's a little bit of space. I thought this was kind of like a good venue to get married, and like kind of easy, you know, with like a kitchen. You could easily put down like a stereo and the buffet table and like have a nice wedding venue. There's also like so much room in the garden to add some seating. There's not too much, but you could certainly, you know, have this place be a party venue as well. And yeah, I just kind of like doing that. It's just like, it's just a little bit easy. It's a little bit less stressful than trying to have a wedding at a certain location, I find. Particularly some of the base game locations you can stay in, because they don't always have everything you need for a wedding. So yeah, I just find like the home's like kind of easy. You can go into build mode and like add whatever you like. So yeah, I enjoyed adding that as well. Do enjoy adding a wedding arch, and I'm still like really obsessed with like Tartosa the world and like the build items that we got. Aside from the fact that we've got like 2 packs since then, which like seems crazy. Because it still feels like not even that long ago. For me, but yeah. Still enjoying building with this. And yeah, as I said, there's like a couple of nice seating areas that we add under the awning that's also the roof, the shadowed bit that you can kind of see. Yeah, we had like a few places to sit there, and now we're adding the shuttered windows, which I think they look so good and they're so realistic for Mediterranean homes as well. Like they've all got like shutters. Yeah, I just think it's really nice. Like I'm still like just really obsessed with the My Wedding stuff pack, and you know like even the debug items. I really like these debug brollies and everything. Yeah, still think it's great for building. And yeah, it doesn't even feel like it was that long ago that we had it, but there's been like 2 packs since then. Like I can't believe it. But yeah, there's another little seating area. Lots of seating areas in this home that you can obviously, like if you wanted to download this home, you could kind of you know, put down some of the stuff. I guess you don't need like 4 different seating areas, right? I just thought it was very like, I don't know. I'm just thinking about how many places there are to sit, like at my mum's, I guess, and it just seemed like quite realistic for me. But yeah, putting a little barbecue down now, and we end up putting the wedding arch where the swing set is. I did really want to use the swing set, but I just didn't I didn't know where to put it. It all seemed like awkward everywhere I tried to place it. It just seemed like an awkward placement, and I was just placing it for the sake of placing it, which I guess I would be, because I really like it. But now we're just putting some terrain paint down, kind of marking where I'm going to put some like flowers and things, and it ends up being like quite overgrown, because what I wanted, right, because certainly I know I keep mentioning my mum's, but it's just such a point of reference for things like this. I just tend to like go back to that point of reference. But the thing is about my mum's is like the surrounding areas, because it's so hot, all of the plants are huge and they kind of like spill into the garden still. So I wanted it to feel like that, like kind of like overgrown, but you know, still kept, if that makes sense. But it ends up just being like too much, and I have to like separate them, like all the plants, with walls and things, which is kind of what my mum has as well. But I think it looks okay. I think I did an all right job. It was difficult, you know. I wanted to look overgrown, but then also like neat, and I just found that extremely difficult to do. So like you'll see when I first landscape, I just kind of go ham, and then I have to like scale it back in the garden, because it just looks completely out of place. I actually scale it back outside as well. But anyway, I'm picking out a bunch of shrubbery, mostly the shrubs we got from cottage living, because I'm still just using them all the time as well. Yeah, there's like trees in every corner of this lot as well, and I end up removing them because it's just too much. It's like too many trees. But yeah, still using the cottage living plants. This is by no means pack restricted. I think that the washing line is a debug item from Island Living, which, I mean, if you are going to have a wedding here, you probably do want to remove that washing line, because you wouldn't have a wedding and also just like have your washing out. You'd probably take your washing in for like, you know, something as important as your wedding, right? But yeah, like as you can see, like for me, this is a bit much right by seating. So we end up kind of like separating it with a wall in a minute. Oh, and I really like what I do here. I get one of the pots that we got with the Hispanic update on base game, and I end up putting a debug plant inside that pot, and it looks really good. I don't know whether I actually get that on camera. I added a lot of little things off camera that you'll see like in the screenshots. As you can see, we kind of switched to, and again, we switched to me adding some more landscaping and removing some landscaping. And it's just so that the video is not like too long. But yeah, I decided to add some more potted plants here. I think we add a wall. There we go. Here's like the kind of low lying wall that I mentioned I was going to add, just so it looked like the plants were a little bit like kept and kept at bay really. But as you can see, I get a debug plant from Island Living and I put it in that base game flower pot we got with the Hispanic pack, and the Hispanic update. I think it was like Hispanic week or something, and I think that looks really nice, so I'm going to do that a lot more often. But now I'm adding more seating because I think there's just so many nice places to sit outside, and I just hardly think you'd be inside really apart from on the night. So I love that couch with the sausage dog cushions. I know it's controversial because it's from that pack that no one likes, My First Pet stuff, but I really like that couch. Like, if one good thing came from that pack, it is that couch. Definitely. It's so cute. Yeah, and as you can see, I've added like a little floaty, and then I extend the wall all the way so that it joins like where the stairs go. Yeah, and I think that looks good. Yeah, I think that looks like realistic in my opinion. I would also love to add like a drive here as well. But I think that would be like a little bit unrealistic because there's literally no road here. I think it's really strange how they do this in The Sims. Like, some worlds, they just have like a strict no roads. You can only get to this lot, on foot. And then we go to like the new pack with Copperdale, and it's like all the lots are by road. I don't know what they're doing. I still don't know whether cars are coming or not. I don't know. I'm getting mixed signals. Like, I've got no idea. But anyway, now we're doing like the cute little kitchen that ends up being a little bit blue. If I recall, I think it just ends up like we just accent it with blue. I can't remember. Yeah, it's been a while, to be honest. Like, I did this a few months ago, and then, or maybe a month ago or a couple of months ago. The months are kind of all blended into one, to be honest. And then we got the new high school stuff pack. High school expansion pack. And I just wanted to kind of play with that, so I didn't end up finishing the voiceover for this. Yes, here are all the blue little accents, and I really enjoy adding that little marshmallow set. I think it's so cute. But yeah, this is our blue kitchen. Oh, and then we had that fun backsplash as well, that we got with the Oasis Courtyard kit. My memory is not good enough to remember all of these game packs. It's, kit names. It's not going to happen. So yeah, now I'm just coming up with like the flooring for this house, and I think we stick with the wooden flooring. I tried to stay quite light on the floors, but I also wanted it to contrast with the walls that were predominantly white. Again, my mum's walls are predominantly white. I think it makes sense, it's a light and airy colour. I also think it makes sense for like small homes. Also love that base game window with the shutters down. I think that goes really well in bathrooms and with with all of the shutters that we got from My Wedding Stories. I just think that goes really well. It's nice when that happens. It's nice when the base game items go with other items. I'm sure it's just like a happy accident. I don't know, but like I was kind of happy that worked out. So yeah, now we're just kind of like adding some decorations to this extremely tiny bathroom, but managed to fit in, a toilet, a sink and a shower. And what more do you need? Right, so with this, I do end up using that. I think I end up using this cream couch, and then I end up pulling out the cushions from Little Campers kit, and then rotating them and putting them on the couch, and I just think it makes it look so much more cozy, and like lived in. And I thought the cushions went really well with this, like, kind of, it looks like a quilt, but I like using it as a rug. I'm sure it's a quilt that you sit on to watch films outside. It looks like a quilt, but I kind of liked using it as a rug, and I just thought the colours were really fun, and they just kind of like added a pop of colour with all of the white. So yeah, now we're just going to add like a telly in the living space, and then I think I add some things to this like little shelf, just a plant. I thought I added a box, but maybe like I gave up. Sometimes it's really hard to add things to the shelves. And I think I end up colouring these blue, I do. So yeah, there's like a blue and pink, there's some blue and pink accents throughout the open plan living room and kitchen, and I think that's really nice. We don't end up putting a dining table here because there's just not enough room, but I was thinking if you live somewhere like this, you're constantly outside anyway, apart from the night where you're just kind of cozying up in front of the telly, so that's why there's a telly there. Oh yeah, and I do end up like making this this shelving unit that looks kind of like built in. That was handy. Because I always think if you live in a small house like this, you'd need to have a lot of storage. So I was trying to like incorporate that, and then now I'm adding like a little end table and decorating that with the cute giraffes that we got from another kit, the Maximalist kit. Oh my gosh, like so many kits. I'm surprised I remember where everything like came from. I also sort out the cushions a bit more with the tool mod because they still look a little bit awkward in my opinion. Still using that arrangement from My Wedding Stories. I think that's such a lovely table arrangement. And now I'm just adding some more clutter to the kitchen, just like having fun cluttering it up. I'm adding this shelf from Cottage Living that I just add in all of my builds now. It's such a cute shelf, and I just think it works everywhere, and I really enjoy what I do here. If I recall, I end up getting out the like clock, the clock from Werewolves, and kind of like with tool mod moving it a little bit, so it looks like an ornament on this shelf. And this is a shelf from the Paranormal stuff pack, the last stuff pack we got. Good times. But yeah, I think that really works as like a little ornament that you would have bought. Like they kind of sell them in the German market by me. Like the Christmas kind of Frankfurt markets. I don't know, like maybe this is completely gibberish to you depending on where you live in the world. But in England anyway, every Christmas we have like what we call the German market, and it's kind of German themed, like you can buy beer in a stein. There's a lot of like wooden toys that you can buy, candles and things, and that little wooden house is so totally something you could buy from the German market. So that's what I was really thinking when I put it down. And you can actually like get something like that as like a candle, or like to put incense in, like all that fun stuff. So that's what I was thinking when I did that. But yeah, I've completely spoken through the whole of the bedroom, and now we're basically at the end of the video. But I hope you enjoyed this build. Enjoy the screenshots, and I will speak to you again on my next video. Catch you later.